Hello and welcome to SASTV. In this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you a letter that 3.5-year-old Lily Robinson wrote to the big supermarket chain Sainsbury. Lily really wanted to know why Tiger Bread was called Tiger Bread because in her opinion it looked a lot more like the markings on a giraffe and therefore should be called Giraffe Bread. Now I'm sure lots of you have heard about this story, but I wonder how many of you realise that actually it's quite relevant to you and your business. So let's start with Lily's letter. It says, "Dear Sainsbury, why is Tiger Bread called Tiger Bread? It should be called Giraffe Bread. Love from Lily Robinson, 3.5." So what she did was her mum sent off this letter, and then 2 weeks later she got a letter from the customer services guy at the store that she sent the letter to, and the guy's name was called Chris King, and this was his response. It says, "Dear Lily, thank you so much for your letter. I think renaming Tiger Bread Giraffe Bread is a brilliant idea. It looks much more like the blotches on a giraffe than the stripes on a tiger, doesn't it? It's called Tiger Bread because the first baker who made it a long time ago thought it looked stripy like a tiger. Maybe they were just being a bit silly. I really liked reading your letter, so I thought I would send you a little present. I've put a £3 gift card in with this letter, and if you ask your mum and dad to take you to Sainsbury's, you could use it to buy some of your own Tiger Bread." And in brackets he writes, "And maybe if mum and dad says it's okay, you can buy some sweets with it too. Please tell an adult to wait 48 hours before using this card. I'm glad you wrote to us and hope you like spending your gift card. See you in store soon. Yours sincerely," then he signs it, "Chris King," and in brackets he wrote, "age 27 1/3. Now that's a great letter. Now Lily's mum decided upon receiving that letter that she wanted to start a campaign on Facebook to get Sainsbury's to change the name of the bread from Tiger Bread to Giraffe Bread. Now you're probably still wondering, how is this relevant to your business? But if you remember from my previous episode about Kodak and the 5 elements that successful business owners have in the front of their minds during all of their business activities, you'll see how it's relevant. So going back to Kodak, if you think about K, about knowing your perfect customer. Now Lily's obviously not the perfect customer, but her parents definitely are. O is about opportunity. Now I suspect that Chris King, the guy who wrote the reply, wasn't thinking that this was an opportunity, but it definitely has increased Sainsbury's profile without him actually realising that that was what it's going to do. Now D is about differentiation. Sainsbury's really differentiated themselves in that reply. Have you heard of anything that Tesco or Asda has done in a similar type of way, or any other big supermarket? Now the core learning from this particular scenario, this particular letter exchange about Giraffe Bread, is about advertising. Now as in the Kodak video, you've got the 3 M's, which is market, message and media. Now obviously the market is parents, Lily's parents, anybody who goes food shopping. The message, and this is the bit that Chris King does get very, very well, because he wrote his reply in Lily's language, thinking about her all the time. And that really impressed her parents, so much so that her mum felt compelled to start a campaign on Facebook, and then the rest is amazing because they ended up having more than 150,000 likes on Facebook because of this campaign and the letters that were written. And also, 8 months later, Tiger Bread is no longer, it's now called Giraffe Bread. So that's the key thing about getting the message right. And the last bit about it is about media. Now, because Lily's mum put the letters onto Facebook, that's where the people, the market that Sainsbury's are into, engage with regularly. And that's the last bit about advertising. Knowing who your market is, doing the right message to that market, and then advertising it, or rather using the media that your perfect customer engages with regularly. And the last K in Kodak was about knowing your numbers. And we don't have the statistics as to how much more profit Sainsbury's made because of all of this media around the change of the name, but I suspect it really has made a big difference. So SAS would love to work closely with you to help you hear what your numbers are saying, and then you can make the right decisions at the right times so that you can be growing your business the way you'd like to. So get in touch.